Hey, what's up guys? It's Angel here. Hoping you're all having a great time with family, spending a great Thanksgiving and enjoying food and family together. We've already had our Thanksgiving, and food's over, family and fun's over, friends are over, all that's over, and so I'm left with some spare time, and I thought I'd do a little preventative maintenance on my kayak because this last outing we had over at Lake Havasu, I had an issue where on launch all of a sudden my rudder wasn't working. It turns out that the rudder was fine. It was a user error, and so I hadn't engaged the lever right. Everything was okay. I was able to fish and everything worked well, but that kind of left a sour taste with me. And so I decided, you know what, now's a good time to do some preventative maintenance, go through my system. And most of us, we have, these kayaks, we have pedal kayaks, and we have a rudder system. And you have to be mindful that due to designs of keeping size and weight constraints down, a lot of the stuff is pretty fragile. And so I wanted to tighten things up, and I wanted to share something with you that might help you. Here, check this out. I want you to look at this. You know, here's a great design, but very poorly engineered. I mean, this stuff works. You know, this rudder system, it works. But look at all this slop in here. And if you know anything about mechanics, you know, and this rudder being the one part where most of our motion is going to happen right there. You know, movement and low tolerances equal wear. And so look at this. You know, you have all this movement, all this wear. And so I thought it might be a good idea to kind of tighten things up. And so we're going to end up putting a washer system in between, taking up that slack to tighten things up. Now, of course, if you'd go to Home Depot, you know, you're going to find yourself pretty hard-pressed finding the exact size that you need as far as thickness and diameter. And over here, I've come up with a drawing. This right here are the dimensions. This is the exact dimensions of what we need. But of course, you're not going to walk into a Home Depot or an Ace Hardware and just find a washer that size. Now, I'm fortunate enough, I've got a little machine shop, and so we're going to come over here to the lathe and make one. Yeah. All I need is a washer, but we're going to complicate things, right? And so, but yeah, so I figured, you know, we'll make a nice stainless steel washer that's going to take up the slack, but then I began to think about it. If I use stainless steel, you know, a flat stainless steel washer against this surface, that's not going to be a big problem. But stainless steel is hard. And then this right here is going to be the one sacrificial piece. The one clip that's holding it all together is now going to end up being the sacrificial piece. If something's going to break, it's going to be that clip. And guess what? If I'm on the water and this clip falls off, it snaps off, it breaks off, you know, all this is going to drop and I got no rudder. So we're going to make it out of Delrin. And so to tighten these things up, and I just want to share that with you because, you know, that might be something to think about. I mean, the rudder is the one place that is going to move the most in your kayak. That is the one place. And with all that wear and tear, moving parts with low tolerances equal wear. You know, sooner or later, this stuff is going to wallow out. It's going to be all chewed up. And, you know, plus the fact that you're putting these odd bends in these light cables. So we're going to go ahead and tidy all that up, and I'll show you the results after. We need 137 off, so 60. Okay, we got our inner diameter for the stem, and we got our outer diameter. It's a nominal size, nothing specific, it's just the size I wanted. Now I'm going to cut the width, the washer width. And so look at, here's the fitting, and look at that. You know, it's going to take up a lot of slack in there. As a matter of fact, look at the wear. You see the wear on this? It was already wearing because it was bending on there. And so, like I said, great idea, bad design. You know, that's where all the cheaping out on trying to make things light and trying to make things cost effective. Well, you make parts that wear out and break, and I want to extend the longevity of life for my kayak for as much as possible. And so I have the opportunity to make it, you know, do a little TLC that's going to help with my system. It's going to tighten up my controls and make them a little more responsive. Okay, so let's get to some cutting. All right. Okay, look at that. Hardly any slop at all. And that is now made out of Delrin. That is a very hard copolymer, which if there's going to be anywhere, which hardly none now, but if there's going to be anywhere, that is now the sacrificial piece, and it's not my clip that's going to get sheared off by stainless steel or any other hard material and leave me stranded with no rudder and have to paddle my way in. So I just want to share this little advice with you guys. Here's a cool tip to, you know, you want to do some TLC to your rudder system. Now, I know not everybody has this type of rudder system, but some of you guys, your Pescadors, your Pilot 12s, and a few others, your Wilderness Systems, definitely, of course. But other rudder systems where you got this kind of design with all that slop in it, you might think about tightening that stuff up. It'll lengthen the longevity of the life of your components, and it'll help you out. Hey, I just want to thank you all. Have a wonderful holiday, and I hope this helps.